We now begin the comprehensive choreography correction clinic. David and I have put together a movement phrase that we think is ripe for revision. It's not awful, but it's not great either. We call it plausibly bad. In a 5-minute flurry of fast fixes, we're going to improve this movement phrase with 11 tips and tricks. Here we go. The most superfluous movement comes at the beginning of the phrase. When David points upward, pointing is difficult to pull off in taiko because it doesn't have any connection to the drum and it doesn't have any validity, any reason sound-wise to be done. Yeah? If instead we give David a reason to go up there, even if he just clicks his butts together, that sound validates the movement. But this movement is still being made solely in relation to David's own body. It would be better still if it's made in relation to the drum. Reaching straight up says, look at me. Reaching out at the angle of the drum says, look at how much energy it takes to play this instrument. That's this sort of flashiness capability. Yeah? Give preference to playing the drum. Yeah? Be wary of movements that take away from the strike, like leaning away, like lunging away from the drum while hitting. Give preference to the drum. Foot movements are wonderfully dynamic in slant drum playing. Just like we just did. Foot movements are fantastic. A quick fix, don't fidget. David has a nice movement here when he steps back with the left foot. Yeah, it's a nice little moment in the movement phrase, but it's undermined by his hands that continue to play the same bon karakaka. Instead, the hands need to take advantage of the new space created by this step. By playing just a simple variation of the karakaka, we do that better. When the feet move, use the new space. Applying these 4 rules thus far, this is what we have. Now to the beginning of the phrase. Wasted opportunity. Rather than playing all of the kas right at the top of the drum, we can use the whole rim of the taiko. And playing the kas in different positions lends itself to really natural arm movements. Doesn't that look great? Because these movements are rooted in this instrument and in making sound, they look purposeful. And now that we have purpose, we can make them more dramatic. David can really reach for each of these. And even when he goes out of standard form, even when he's doing something that otherwise wouldn't look good, because it's all about the drum, it's going to look okay. The audience is going to see that and say, oh, that must be the way you're supposed to play this drum. There are other opportunities suggested by moving the arms. Yeah, we're playing all these different compositions. This swing back looks pretty good. It loses some of that connection to the drum. You might be able to get away with it. Maybe there's another way we can play the drum. I'm not sure if that's going to work or not. No. So around the back is kind of ridiculous, but because he's hitting the drum, he's trying to get away with it, right? And it looks like it's fun to play. Looky. Independence. Independence. Oh, we're losing our sign. Independence is beautiful. Now, independence of the limbs suggests dexterity, and even a casual observer can see it. Yeah? But David's arms here are linked. They're like robots, yeah? When one arm starts, the other one stops. Instead of that, your start and stop point should depend only on that arm's strike. And they should move as much as possible at different speeds. Yeah? Emphasize independence. Sticking. When possible, accent with the dominant hand. Right hand when you're in right hand stance, left-handed when you're in left hand stance. Just like we talked about before. See how David's left hand is sort of easing into the strike? Instead of doing right-left, he should play left-right. That sets his hand up to hit properly with his dominant hand for the accent of the phrase. When trying to figure out what